Welcome back to another episode on the Boomer Bust channel. I'm your host Terry, and today I thought it'd be cool to do a special episode and rank the songs from Adele's new album 30. Also, we will be doing the same thing with Silk Sonic's new album or EP or whatever on a different episode. And so before we get started, a couple things. Number one, this is just my list. Music is subjective, hits us all differently. Not telling you what's right, not telling you what the definitive list is. There is none. This is just the way I see the music. Number two, I like Adele, big fan. I love her music, but I'm not a super fan for anybody. I don't follow all the things they say. I don't follow every single interview. I don't know every little nugget detail. This is more about the music, not really so much about all the background to it. So if I say something that's wrong, okay, my bad. This is not me claiming to be an expert about Adele. This is just me ranking the songs. And then lastly, what was the last thing that I was going to say? I can't remember. Oh, I was going to put like little snippets of the music on there. But honestly, YouTube and the people who own the music and stuff, sometimes they be tripping. I don't know what is allowed and what's not. So I'm just going to skip that part. The links will be down in the description where you can click on the link if you want to check out a song or if you haven't heard it or you just want to pop it on and compare. That'll be down in the description. So, yeah, that's how that is. And so I'm going to go from bottom to top and, work my way from the bottom of the list to the top. And, yeah, we'll be good as soon as I set this up. All right. With all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So I put these all in different tiers, but they are ranked. And so for the first group, it didn't work for me. And again, that's just my personal opinion. Some people, that's my favorite song, but just for me, it didn't work. And I just felt these were both kind of out of place. Strangers by Nature was my least favorite of the album. And to me, that was the one that was the only one like I didn't really like. Like it was just like no. And then it also was out of place to the rest of the album. Woman Like Me took me a few listens, but I like it. I respect it, but I still feel like it's a little bit out of place with the rest of the album. And again, I know there's people I'm like, oh no, it's about this and it connects to that. That's fine. Just to me, the way it sounded, I wasn't a huge fan. And so, I wouldn't say I wasn't a huge fan. It just felt a little more misplaced. And so for me, and I understand Adele has been around. There's a lot of super fans, but for me, I personally like it when Adele uses her talents. And I feel like in this song, while I understand what she was saying, some people like the quotables. I just felt like you got so much more talent, and like we don't need a song like this where we're kind of wasting the talent. Like, go ahead. I like when she uses her voice, when she experiments, does different things. And for this song, it was definitely, again, not on the level of the other songs, and while it was still enjoyable, it was kind of out of place for me. And so I could call this tier out of place, but also it kind of didn't work for me. All right, so our next group, Solid, number 10, All Night Parking. It's cool. It's a real like mellow vibe, and I enjoy it. It's straight. Like, again, it's solid. I don't have too many issues with it or anything. I think for me, obviously, it's a shorter one. It's more quick, and it's mellow. Again, what you'll see from me is when Adele really goes there, those are always going to be my higher rated songs. Number 9, Cry Your Heart Out. The thing that gets me with this song, I really like the vibe, and I like the vibe on a number of songs where she kind of took it to like a really old school, like 50s type of like rhythm, I guess, and some of it a little 70s. It's a mix of a lot of things, but it had this kind of old school soul to it. The only thing that got me was the chorus. I just didn't like the way they sung it. I just felt like if they would have just went more traditional with that or something, then it would have been cool. It just doesn't play well for me. The chorus takes me out every time when I listen to that song. I enjoy it, like I said, I enjoy it. I like the content and all that, but that chorus kind of takes it out for me. So our next group, Good Stuff. This is good stuff. Now, no real big gripes. It's just it didn't hit me hard, but it also it wasn't off for me. Oh My God, I like that song. Oh My God and Can I Get It both have like more energy to it, and I really like that. I think the thing for me with Can I Get It versus Oh My God is Can I Get It just had a couple more bars, if you will. I like some of the lines, some of the quotables out of there a little more than Oh My God, but I enjoy both of them. Like I said, it really has a lot more energy. And then My Little Love, it's tough because especially when you're comparing this again against songs with different tempo and whatnot, I put My Little Love, it's in Good Stuff. It definitely falls more in line with kind of the main part of the album, which is reflecting on, the separation and everything. And it's a song to her son. It's intercut with audio. And so it definitely gives me a little bit of old school Kanye, a little bit of Ari Lennox, and I'm sure there's other musicians. I do not listen to every musician in the world. I get it. But for me, it gave me some of those vibes where you putting a lot more heart into it. And again, she's talking to her son, and you're hearing the clips in between with her son and all that. And I just don't think she really went there vocally, which is fine. I think it was more of a relaxed song, and it's definitely on my Good Stuff. But I do think if she kind of belted it out and this was that type of song, it would be up with the other songs. But since it was more on the mellow vibe, it kind of ended up at 7. And then Can I Get It, man? I mean, I wouldn't say it's out of place. It kind of is. If I'm saying the other ones were out of place, it's kind of out of place as far as the content, sort of. And I know I saw that interview where she kind of talked about what it was about, but it's really well done. The beat, the music, just the cadence that she went with. I really enjoy Can I Get It? Even though it breaks my heart to think about Adele out there in these LA streets, but that for me still was a really enjoyable song. And I feel like that's one that's definitely can be played a little more often. Obviously, the songs that are a little more heart-wrenching, you're not going to put on repeat all the time unless you're going through something. But I do think this one, again, has a lot more of that energy. Next tier is fire. This stuff is fire. This first of all, these 5 songs, number 1 through 5, these are hands down, in my opinion, the best songs on the album. Like, I do think there's very much tiers to this album, and there's a very clear separation from, like, I don't want to call them filler, but they're like songs that complement the album. And then there's the core of the album, and I would say these 5 are the core. So number 5 is Hold On. And I would say Hold On isn't my favorite song. Like, honestly, like, if just the total package, I probably could go head to head with Can I Get It or Oh My God, but and even My Little Love. But the thing about this, which again, I could see My Little Love really replacing this, but Hold On gives her opportunity to display her power and her voice a little more than the other ones. And so that's why, like, you can't really deny Adele when she's singing, obviously. And so when she's singing, that I really feel like that song has to go up there. And again, it's not like I dislike it or anything. I don't know, like I said, just the total package, it probably isn't my favorite. Obviously, it's at number 5 in the top tier. But I still, like I said, you listen to the emotion and everything. When she's closing this song out, you listen to what she's saying. Obviously, the hope, and I'm not even here, obviously, to break down what the songs mean, but she's talking about holding on, and you know that light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, that's my number 5. Number 4, I Drink Wine. Man, this was tough because it almost got in the top tier, the very top, and I don't know. I didn't really write down exactly why I kept it out of the top tier. I mean, for sure, the top 3 hit me like harder than this one does, but you gotta 100% give it up. I mean, I think this is gonna be one of the more popular ones out of the album. Obviously, the whole Adele aesthetic and drinking wine and the audience that listens to Adele, it all goes together. And it's a really, really well-made song, and I enjoy it. So, yeah, that's my number 4. Then, our last tier, the classics. Instant classics is what I probably should have said. And now, this is tough. This is tough to rate these, but this is my breakdown. And so, number 3 is Easy on Me. And I honestly went back and forth whether Easy on Me was an instant classic or was it just a fire song. Now, part of it is she released this one first, and so we've had longer time to stew with it. Obviously, there's a reason she released it first. People really soaked it in, and it 100% gives you classic Adele. It gives you, I don't know, full throttle, but it gives you Adele on display. And it definitely is like a catchy enough song. So I'm not saying any of that. But I don't know. I think it just, for me, maybe doesn't stand out if you're putting it up against the other Adele classics. And so, because when you say something's an instant classic, you got to really put it against some tough competition. And so I went back and forth on that. But I think just seeing the way people reacted to Easy on Me and then listening to the rest of the album, like, there's not many songs. Like, even if I put Easy on Me in fire, I don't think those other 2 songs get close to Easy on Me. And so I will say that is 100% stands out within this album. My question was just, does it stand out within the rest of Adele's top songs? So that was my thing. But we all know Easy on Me. Love it. Number 2, To Be Loved. Bro, this, if I had to say which song put Adele on display the most, it's this one. I mean, you talk about the content. And just what she was saying and the level of raw emotion and all that, To Be Loved. And yeah, I don't know. It's hard because I really want to like go through all the lyrics and stuff, but I feel like that's not what I should do. I should just give you my encapsulated thoughts, and then you go listen to the song. You vibe out how you vibe out. But to me, like I said, when you have Adele using her gift to its extent, that always captures my attention. But also, I think what she was saying behind it was absolutely powerful as well. And this is one song on the album you can't ignore. I really don't think anyone can ignore it. If you get into this song, it's gonna hit you. You ain't gotta be going through no breakup or anything. I really think this song will hit you. Then number one for me, this is definitely some nostalgia. Like I said, some of that really old school feels. 100% Adele getting in her bag with her voice, and then also just what she's saying and how catchy it is. Like, it's, to me, the best combination of all the other songs. It's catchy, it's got energy, it's got heart and emotion, it's got Adele on display, it's got good content, it's got all those things. I listen, and it's funny because I think I heard like this being sung at the concert, but I feel like, it's totally different when you're just listening to it in isolation. And so I heard this one, I think, first, just however the playlist was playing on YouTube. I heard this one first, and the rest of the album, I just was waiting for it to get back to that level, and it never did. Not to say that the rest of the album isn't good. It's just, to me, this is the one, and I've played it so many times already. Played it in the car when I went to get gas. Like, it plays in the car, plays at home, plays everywhere. So Love Is a Game is, I don't know, it was mine. I really feel like, I don't know, I just feel like you could feel Adele on it. It feels weird saying all this because I don't know Adele. I don't know I don't know how she feels about these songs or everything, but to me, even watching the concert, it really felt like this is the one that just everybody could get into. So that was my top one. So anyway, where's my button? That's it for me, and my thoughts and my ranking. But what do you think? Go down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about 30 and overall, and which songs were your favorite, or how you would rank them, and all that stuff. Share it around, get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you for listening.